Hey y'all, we're gonna make today we're gonna make taco soup. My aunt actually turned me on to that. My Aunt Chris, she got it from one of the ladies at church. But anyways, this recipe, it's all over the internet. But if you see it, this is a taco soup recipe. What we're gonna need is a can of pinto beans, a can of stewed tomatoes. I'm using fire roasted dice. A can of whole kernel corn, Rotel tomatoes, a package of ranch dressing, a package of taco seasoning, 2 pounds of hamburger, and 1 onion. It says to drain the corn, but it also calls for a cup and a half, 2 cups of water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the water from the corn as part of that water. But you'll also need a cup and a half, 2 cups of water to make the broth. Let me go ahead and get this burger browned up and get that onion cut, and I'll show you how we mix it up and how you eat it at the end. Alright, that hamburger is browned, so let's start adding these ingredients. Start with the onions. That's just that 1 onion, chopped it up fine. I don't like raw onions. I love onion flavor, but I don't like raw onions, so I want to make sure that it cooks up well. Get that piece out of there. So I cut them up fine, and you know, you could add extra peppers to this or whatever you wanted to. So there's the onions, the Rotel tomatoes, the stewed tomatoes, or I'm using fire roasted diced tomatoes. The corn I drained and added water with that for my broth, so I got that, the drained corn in there, and then the pinto beans undrained, just like they come out of the can. And then let's give that a stir before we add this broth to this. You don't want to smash your beans, so you kind of want to lift when you're tossing this. Alright, and then we're going to add, actually it's 2 cups total. It's a cup of water, and then there was about 3/4, so I guess it was a cup and 3/4 total. There's about 3/4 of a cup of juice with that corn. So that gave me, if I need some more, we'll get it. And then we're going to add the taco seasoning. Just some Ortega taco seasoning. And ranch dressing, the dry kind. I got the buttermilk recipe. I don't know if that's going to make it better or worse, but it should make it creamy. Okay, and then we're going to set it about 2 marks before medium, and we're going to let it simmer for about 45 minutes. So, let this simmer up. I may have to add a little more water to that so it's more like soup. But, let me let this simmer, and when it gets done, I'll pull it off. I'll show you how I serve it, and we'll taste that, test it, and see if it's any good. Alright folks, there you go, taco soup. You can eat it with a spoon, or you can get some of these scoop type chips. It's a good way to eat it too. Very good. Yeah, that's very good. Freezes well. So even though it makes up a big pan, don't worry, just separate it into the size of portions you think you're going to want. Keep them in the freezer. When you're ready, you're about 5 minutes away from having a bowl. I sure hope you enjoyed it. Folks, you don't have to be a king to eat like one, and I prove it. Thanks so much for tuning in.